What's up, RVK? Never fear, the herd hater's here.
Herd hater
in the building.
Hey, that's right. Hey, listen, I got a special request since we're celebrating this tiny little Sweeter 16 victory. You know how Jeremy always says, Matt Jones?
Matt, who?
Matt Jones.
Okay, can I get a big Ott Gilmore?
I don't know if I can even say Gilmore. I can't even do it. I can't even do it.
Wait a minute. It's Ott Elmore. My bad. Come on, do it one time. Ott Elmore.
All right,
Elmore.
That's all we got.
Listen, he's a Charleston boy. He gave his all. 4 fouls and a tech in a minute. Nobody else has ever done that, okay? Let's give him props for that.
Hey,
right.
That's not bad for somebody 34 years old, is it?
Hey, I'm 35, man. I feel like he looks older than me.
Hey, well, that little 1AA belly sure does.
Well, I can't talk about belly, so I'll let that one go.
Hey, I got one, but mine's Power 5.
Power 5 belly, that's right. Now, Herd Hater, the thing is, you know that Jeremy and I have not been converted to herd haters yet. We haven't. We love you. We respect you. You are our main guy. That's 100% sure. No questions about it.
Absolutely. It's always a herd hater.
RVK till I die.
That said, nobody deserves a victory lap more than the herd hater.
Nobody.
All I could think during the game was how happy you must be.
Well, I'll tell you what. I live over here in an apartment complex, and there's 6 apartments. There's 5 Marshall fans and me. So I get home, get ready, get set up for the game, and there's no cars in the lot. So they knew what was coming.
You think they were hiding?
What's that?
You think they were hiding?
Oh, yeah, they's hiding.
Because they always accuse us. They always accuse us of hiding.
Oh, I know it. Hey, there's nothing funnier than going on the RVK Facebook page, official Facebook page, and scrolling through the comments that that my wife, Mrs. Herd Hater, and myself have chuckled at for the last 45 minutes.
No, you saw them. They can't. Listen, here's what happened. For those of you who, if you're not on Facebook, if you're not on Twitter, if you're not on Instagram, what happened is I finally got tired of all of the garbage being spoken by Dan D'Antoni, by Marshall fans, and even by some people who cover West Virginia basketball.
And I'm glad you're identifying yourself.
And I was just surprised that after they ran their mouths about us being afraid, they ran their mouths about what they were going to do to us, and then we beat them by 23 points, almost scored 100 on them, they still were talking trash. And even though all of that had happened, and like I said, they were still talking trash, they seemed to have no self-awareness. Dan D'Antoni said he would never go to Morgantown. He said that they were a D1 program, they needed to be treated as such. Their fans said that we were sore losers, as if we had been the ones running our mouths about what was going to happen in San Diego. So I needed to do what Jay-Z says and reintroduce ourselves. I'll tell you, Herd Hater, this is how I saw it. You know how sometimes in a family, a big brother will go off to the military, or he'll go off to college, or he'll get a job across the country, and then little brother has been lifting weights. Maybe he got himself a cute girlfriend. Maybe he even got himself a summer job and he saved some money up. So he thinks he's big stuff. And he's forgotten what big brother used to do to him. And he thinks that just because he's been working and improving and living his best life, that big brother somehow has fallen off the map and hasn't been putting in work. Right? So Marshall wins the Conference USA tournament. They make it to their first tournament in 31 years. We can applaud for that. You won't, but we will. They win their first game in the NCAA tournament ever. And it's like they forgot who West Virginia is. But let me respond and let you know. Keenan Cummings tweeted that West Virginia has gone to the Sweet 16 a total of 7 times in the last 14 years. That means 50% of the time we go to the Sweet 16. And we've gone 4 other times in the history of the program. So right now we're in a special era. We really are. The other thing that Keenan Cummings said, or that this time Chris Anderson said, is teams that have made the NCAA tournament the last 4 years and the Sweet 16, and at least 3 of them are Duke, blue blood, UNC, blue blood, Kansas, blue blood, Kentucky, blue blood, Gonzaga, and WVU. We are with the elite. So you've been putting in work, but we didn't quit lifting. We didn't quit working. We're still Big Brother. And I needed them to know that. So then what happened is people got offended. They said I was being mean. They said I was being a bully. Herd Hater, what do you think?
It never stops. All right, just like you just said. Big Brother, I've been on Twitter trying to tell the Power 5 world what you guys experienced for the last 24, 48 hours. That happens to the Herd Hater 24/7, 365 since about 1981. Now, you're just getting a little taste of it.
Just a little taste.
Yeah, little. Have y'all read your Facebook page? You guys are Huntington sensations now. Hey, I've been posting it to certain people, and you know the people that I know that are deep inside the deep state known as Turdville, and RVK's all over it. But what I've been trying to preach on Twitter, over 93,000 tweets at my Herd Hater account, trying to sound the alarm. Can you imagine? Remember now, Huntington said that nobody was going to lose the game because we were all West Virginia.
Yeah, they kept saying that.
Yeah, then they made this big video. It said, loser goes home. Loser. Yep. Yeah. But today, RVK is a big bully. Yeah. You tell me how that works. I'll listen to either one of you.
I'll tell you one thing. The thing that got me too is Dan D'Antoni had the nerve to say that West Virginia is the flagship. He said West Virginia is the university of the state, but that Marshall is where West Virginians go to play basketball for the state of West Virginia. He said that.
Okay, let me tell you where that came from. See, everything has an origin. Okay.
Yeah, nonsense is where the origin of that.
Well, okay, you know. Your origin's your date of birth. Marshall's origin's 1837. Ours is 1867. The origin of that thought came from about 1986, and Marshall had a banner across all their little turd U. It said, the College of West Virginians for real West Virginians. Okay, Herd Haters on the campus seeing this every single day. I'm thinking, wow, what a statement.
I just don't understand. Who do they think Logan Rout is? Who's Chase Harler? Who's Brandon Knapp?
Yeah, amen.
Who's Bobby Huggins? Like, I don't understand I don't know what they're talking about. And if you go through our history, the Kevin Pittsnoggles, the Boyd Bibbies, this is not a team that is devoid of West Virginians. So to say that is inflammatory and disrespectful. But yet you're mad at us like we started this. Then you had the nerve to post a GIF that said West Virginia, the world will see how West Virginia plays basketball. So then I tweeted. Twitter. So then I tweeted, the world knows how, all caps, West Virginia plays basketball. Don't get it twisted. Don't make this something it's not. And that's what this has been the entire time. Marshall has made this something it's not. And that's why I feel the way I do. Now, Jeremy will continue to tell you he just doesn't care. And overall, I don't care either. I just feel like every once in a while, it's like with my kids. I got a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. There are sometimes they do things that I just let slide. I act like I didn't notice that they took an extra piece of candy, or they had an extra root beer, or that they didn't get in bed at 7:30 like they were supposed to, and they're still brushing their teeth at 7:45. And I let that slide. But then there are times where there is disrespect, where they talk back, they don't say sir to me, they don't say ma'am to their grandmother, where they need to be checked. This was one of those times. This was one of those times.
Oh.
It may not continue, but this was one of those times, Herd Hater.
Well, let me ask both of you. Let's just do the worst case scenario. Let's say the Turds won last night. I'll listen to your comments.
Armageddon.
Nah.
Exactly.
No, yeah. If the Herd would have won last night, we'd be having a whole different conversation.
Armageddon.
Because it is, the tournament, but they didn't. You know, they didn't. They lost by 20. I don't care.
23, son. 23.
It's the same. It's the same story over and over again. Who cares if they pop off? Who? It's like you know, like I said last set. Matt Barnes like faking throwing the ball into Kobe's face, and Kobe doesn't flinch. You know why? Because Kobe has 6 rings. Ain't nobody worried about Matt Barnes. Same thing with the Herd fans. Like I went behind enemy lines last night, and they were a little loud for the first 10 minutes. And you know what happened after that? It was quiet, and I was rocking it by myself. Ain't nobody. I mean, that's the thing. They just don't affect me. They don't affect me. Had we lost, it'd have been different.
Herd hater Jeremy had to say that because he drove all the way from Charleston to Huntington to be behind enemy lines, and it was a little suspicious. He was fraternizing, and he got busted. He was on.
You didn't see the picture? Mark?
He was in the Herald disgrace. You didn't see it?
I had my wife just go by 10 for the headline, so I'll have to go look. But he was probably in the one the day before, right?
Well, I don't know. He's on the internet. He's on the one that's on the internet. I'll send you the link later. But he was busted fraternizing with the enemy.
I have my Flying WV strong. Flying WV and my RVK hat on strong.
I am stunned, shocked, disappointed, dismayed I never thought West Virginia fans had a second favorite team. To let alone find out over these last 3 days, it was Marshall. I still can't believe it. But anyway, did you hear when Jeremy said about when they threw the ball in Kobe's face?
Yeah.
And he didn't what? He didn't flinch.
He didn't even flinch.
How about John Elmore punching Issa Ahmad in the nuts and Issa didn't flinch?
Did you see that?
Didn't flinch. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
All right, that's a little bit better than Kobe, in my opinion.
All right, now, but Herd Hater, Jeremy has a question for you.
Shoot it.
No. This is what it has me thinking. Do you have more passion for your love of the Mountaineers or more passion for hating the Herd? Which one is it? I can't tell. It's
okay, let me tell you. Energy-wise, it's pure hate for this little dud school down here in the place I grew up in. Energy level is all spent, but I don't shed a tear when I hear shed a tear when I hear Country Road. I laugh when I hear We Are the Sons of Marshall. So when I
is that a song? Is that a real song?
In the woods with my Power 5 Bears, I look around and in my mind I can put a WV on a pine tree, on a bear, on a deer, on a raccoon, on my pond, in the sky. Yeah, I get a little all giddy inside. But when I go up there and I rip open my chainsaw to chop down a tree, and that chainsaw hits that tree, there's only one of things going through my head. And that Marshall logo is right where I'm making that cut.
So I feel like Herd Hater was very clear. He hates Marshall more than he loves West Virginia.
No.
Oh.
No way. I love the Mountaineers more than all Marshall fans combined hate West Virginia.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
So that's the truth.
Good answer. I like it.
Who's on the front lines every day fighting turd fans? Every day.
Herd Hater.
Yeah, I'm right there.
He's a George Washington of this war.
Nobody gets more threats than me. Nobody gets more anonymous calls than me from Facebook, Twitter. My phone rang from the time the matchup was official on unknown numbers. And I thought, okay, you want to talk to the hater, you're going to have to leave a message, you little Marshall pukes. Not one voicemail from somebody that I did not know.
Yeah, that was my question. That's where I was going. That was my question. I wonder if people have been contacting you before the game. Here's my question, too. After the game happened, did you contact anybody? Was there anybody on your list that you had to make sure the Herd Hater talked to?
No, I just sent one little tweet out. It was a little video, and that was it. I took down my flags because they try to steal my flags from my front yard all the time. And so I took my flags down as soon as the game was over with. And then I tweeted that little video and watched a little bit more of when we were up by 31 points. So watched it about the second half a little bit. But, yeah, there's no greater joy or desire or love for that flying WV than what we have. But when you're down here in Huntington and you listen to them trash your Mountaineers every single day, you go to Thanksgiving, you go to Christmas, like I told people, Marshall fans can steal from you, they can agitate you, they never go away. This is not done. And they're already wanting a series. They're already wanting the basketball home and home. And they had the audacity to use the one card they always use. And they said that West Virginia fans need to have some class.
Please.
The only time, listen to this when it's on your Facebook page.
It is. I saw it. I saw it.
Well,
I definitely saw it. I definitely saw it.
I won't mention it because it's disgusting to me. You don't know how many times I drive by there and see these people, and I live right there. And I can't expect I don't expect you guys to hate Marshall like I do. You're not down here every single day. But if you were, we'd be brothers locked in arms.
I believe you. I think it would be different. I think environment has a big impact on it.
Well, just a little taste that you two have received over these, last 2 or 3 days. Imagine that 365 days of the year. It never ends. It never stops in the newspaper. Your friends and family that you run into come straight to your face. And I always try to tell them, I say, listen, my birth certificate says West Virginia. It doesn't say I was born in Marshall.
Amen.
Sorry. Amen.
But I really, one thing I want to do is I want to express my condolences to you guys for your loss of your brother. I can only imagine, especially in this time. And I spoke to Brandon earlier and talked a little bit with him about it. And I also wanted to tell you, Jeremy, and, hey, listen, we're all going to meet one day in Power 5 heaven. And I'm praying for you boys.
We're grateful for your condolences. The thing that we know about you is that you're a genuine person. Nothing you say is anything different than what you mean. And so that means a lot to us. We're grateful. Thank you very much.
Hey,
I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, Herd Hater.
And then Marshall basketball fans can go back to rooting for Kentucky.